The Phillies season collapsed Tuesday night as they fell to the Arizona Diamondbacks in 7 games. Philly had multiple leads in this series, one being up 2-0, the other being up 3-2. Everything looked off about this Phillies team after Game 2, and there are so many questions to be answered. I'll be breaking down this heartbreaking series and hope to find answers for this historic collapse. Subscribe to the channel if you love and want to stay up to date with all things Philly sports. In my prediction for this series, I had the Phillies winning in 5 games. After games 1 and 2, I thought they were going to sweep. After game 2, they just went ice cold. Losing 4 out of 5 games to end the series seemed unheard of just a week ago, but now it's the reality. I still am blown away by what just happened this week, and I'm still recovering from another heartbreaking finish to a Phillies sports season. I will not be going too far in depth into the entire series, but I do want to focus on some key factors that contributed to the loss. First, let's take a look at game 4. At this point, the Phillies are up 2-1 after getting walked off the night before, still feeling good about where they sit in the series. Christopher Sanchez was on the bump in this game, and it was assumed that he would not be going too deep into it. The expectation was that the Phillies would relieve him with Taijuan Walker, but they never did. After falling down to an early 2-0 lead, the Phillies stormed back, scoring 5 unanswered runs, and led the game 5-2 going into the bottom of the 7th. They gave up a run in the 7th, but still led 5-3 in the bottom of the 8th. That's when they decided to go to Craig Kimbrell a day after he blew Game 3. He proceeded to give up 3 earned runs, including a home run to Diamondbacks outfielder Alek Thomas, which ultimately made the Phillies lose this game and allow the Diamondbacks to even up the series. This game was a mess as they used all these bullpen arms when they never had to. They could have just put in Taijuan Walker after Christopher Sanchez to save your better arms for the bigger spots. They did win the next game to go up 3-2 in the series, but after dropping Game 6 at home, Arizona forced a Game 7. I really want to talk about this Game 7 as it was frustrating in a lot of ways. First off, the offense went dead silent. Alec Bohm had a second inning home run and the Phillies tacked on another in the 4th, but that was it. As soon as they got the lead, they gave it right up, and ended up losing by a score of 4-2. The pitching wasn't the problem in this game, it was all on the offense. It was disgusting watching these guys in the Phillies lineup last night, and I still can't get over it. Over the last 2 games at home in the NLCS, the group of Bryce Harper, Trey Turner, Kyle Schwarber, and Nick Castellanos went a combined 3 for 36. That is a batting average of under 100. The stars didn't come up when it mattered most, and that is what ultimately hurt the Phillies. They never trailed by more than 2 runs in Game 7, but it felt like the game was over by the 6th inning. The players went lifeless and didn't care anymore. If they showed some more fire, the Phillies might have been off to the World Series. As I mentioned before, I don't want to dive too deep into this series as it hurts me every time I think about it, but I just wanted to leave the video off on a positive note. I will be getting to cover more of the other 3 Philly teams now that the Phillies are done, and I'm really excited to get to talk more about them. The Eagles are still one of the best in football, and the Flyers have a bright young core of guys. The Sixers, on the other hand, aren't in a good situation right now, but that is for another video. The Phillies will be back in the playoffs. They are still a good team. They just need to finish it off in October. I will make some off-season videos when players get signed, but I will be shifting my focus more on the other 3 teams. Make sure to like if you enjoyed and subscribe if you want to stay up to date with all things Philly sports. It's a shame that it had to end this way, but we will be back and fresh in 2024. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next video.